Hey YouTube, you already know I'm back with another gem so soon. Yes, I told y'all I'm trying to stay back, okay? So we coming with this banger, this super cute Halloween set. It is client requested. She came in with some pictures, so shout out to the originator for this set. We decided to do a different color because she did want like a very fall color. I think the original color was pink. So she decided to go, because I was like, because there's black in it, you definitely want like a baby color, like a pastel type of color. It's just gonna go way better with the black instead of like a darker color, because she was thinking of like an emerald at first, and I was like, that's just gonna be like, you're not gonna even see the difference between the green and the black, okay? But you already know what's going on. We prepping the nails, filing the nails, using our cuticle drill bit, getting that cuticle cleaned up, sizing our tips, applying our tips. Yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, so she chose this super, which is one of my favorite colors ever, from Not Polished. It's number 55 from the M collection. My daughter's right here with me, so it's if you hear her in the background, don't even worry about it. Tink, say hi.
Hey.
Yeah, so it was number 55 from the M collection of Not Polished, and the name was Sinful. So yeah, we went in with our alcohol prep wipe and cleaned up all of that powder and just dried everything up, gluing our tips on now. And she did want to go extra long, so we went ahead and added double tips, which you'll see. For putting it on the natural nail, I put it on the tip first and then apply it to the natural nail. But for double tips, I'll put it on the nail itself and then apply the extra nail to it. Y'all see what I do. But I don't like applying glue directly to the natural nail, because I just feel like it might be too much. Like sometimes I have to drip glue off of the tip in order before I put it onto the natural nail. So yeah, we stand out outside if you hear the birds, and my shoes just got delivered, so I'm gonna go try those on and I'll be back. So I ordered these boots, these like high heel boots from Pretty Little Thing. I really wanted the ones from Fashion Nova, but they would just kept being sold out, and it's like, okay, it's fall right now, like I need them for fall. So, and Fashion Nova wasn't trying to restock them, so I went ahead with my second choice, got them from Pretty Little Thing, and they end up being a little too big. They still cute though, so I'm gonna stuff like a sock in the front or do something. So that's that. But anyways, yeah, we on to the double tip. Ting, mommy is working. Say hi.
Hey.
Now you trying to grab my phone, girl. Anyway, so we decided to cut down where we cut down. That was the length she wanted to do, and we are doing taper squares. So I went ahead, measured all of them, get the right length, and then I cut off that extra piece of the double tip. We did use the largest tip just because like those don't really get used much. Instead of using the same size tip, like might as well just use the ones just to save the tips, because 5-6 be the ones that get used the most, so we don't want to use those for the double tip, which we're just gonna cut. So yeah, cut those, and now my cat is bothering me. So, and then just shaping it up, cleaning it up to be tapered square, and then filing in the tip into the nail bed just to make that all smooth, and obviously doing that on all of them. And then we'll be ready, we'll be done prepping, and we'll be ready for some acrylic. And it's also why I've been away from YouTube, because it's just so difficult to find the time with my busy schedule to actually sit here and edit these videos. Like, you hear my cat in the background, you hear my dog in the background, you hear my daughter in the background. Like, but listen, I gotta do what I gotta do and edit these videos one way or the other. So y'all are gonna hear all of that, okay? That's what being part of my YouTube family is, okay? So once we're done with this thumb, let's get into the acrylic. So then I wiped everything off, get ready for the acrylic using my OPI Dehydrator. Went in with that on these 5 fingers, and then I'm going in with my No Lift Nails primer on these 5 fingers. And you really don't need too much, like one little dip. You know, you don't want to completely just submerge the nail bed, that's gonna be too much. And then I'm going in with my second layer, so on each finger the second layer of primer, and applying that clear acrylic on just to protect the nails. I mentioned all the reasons I do this in my last video, so if you want to know, go check that one out. And yeah, just gonna do this on all the fingers, and we'll get into the actual acrylic. So this was the color I was talking about, number 55, Sinful, from the M collection at Not Polish. I love it so much. It's so amazing. So yeah, you guys know I usually start with the ring finger first, but the ring finger is gonna be black. So I'm just gonna start with the pinky and just go in regular application on all of the fingers. The reason I apply extra to the middle is because of that double tip. Like, the double tip really be giving it like a dent in the middle right there. So I don't know, I don't know why. That's why I don't like double tips, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. So I do go ahead and apply extra in that area, like I am right now, just to make sure that it is you know, smoothed out, the thickness is right, it doesn't have like a huge dent in the middle right there, because then that can also lead to breaking it much easier. Just going in, sealing in that cuticle, and making sure that we have that apex as well. So I might be adding a few little small beads around that area, because it is a longer nail. It's a little harder to get the right structure, especially with that dent from the double tips. Like, if you look at the thumb right now, you can see how it's that dent, you know. So I have to make sure I apply extra in that area to make sure it's smooth. So yeah, we're just gonna go in and do that on all of the nails. And I don't like to go all the way and do one bead, because I like to use smaller beads and take my time really you know, securing in that cuticle area. So I start, like on this nail where I started, you still want to make sure you're securing the sides of the cuticles. That's as important as the top of the cuticle, so make sure you're paying attention to that as well. And then yeah, securing in that cuticle as well as building that apex up there. So, and then we'll get into the black. Just look how pretty this color turned out. I love it. Okay, so then we're going in with the black. And yeah, regular application with the black as well. Obviously, I did the black last because the black is just going to be so messy. Like, if I did the black first and then the green, the black is going to be all inside the green, you know. So I like to do the darker or more pigmented colors last. And it's only one nail, so yeah, doing that regular application, making sure that double tip is good and securing that cuticle in the apex. And yeah, then we're gonna be ready to file. So for the filing, again, I'm starting with the pinky because we literally just did the black acrylic. It's not fully dry yet, so I didn't want to start shaping it and mess it up. So yeah, I'm starting with the pinky, and by the time I'm done with the pinky, the ring finger will be dry and I'll move on to that one. I really did try to focus on the underneath a little bit more because of the double tip, but you also do want to be careful because, like I said, you don't want to file it too skinny around the double tip where that's where it's going to crack, you know, if the client is swinging their nails or whatever. So you do want to be careful with that. You already know my shaping process, you know, the sides, on top, and then I go in with my file, clean up the cuticle, go along and clean up the tip. And for the double tips, I actually do go underneath. At the end, you'll see me go underneath. I like to do it finger by finger, but I kind of didn't think about it until the end. And just clean up, like right there where the double tip is, and just clean up that line underneath and make that smoothness of the underline, if you know what I mean. So yeah, just went in with that and then cleaned up with the file again, and boom, we got that taper square extra long shape. Mwah. I love it. Okay. But yeah, so done with that, going in with this finger, yada yada yada, all that, you know, whatever. When she's done, wash her hands, and then we'll get right into the designs. So I'll see y'all there. So now we're done filing. She went ahead and rinsed her hands real good while I set everything up. For the scream face, I'm going in with this regular OPI polish and just painting on the whole black part of it. It's pretty easy to just do it with the polish brush because it's a big area. So yeah, just going around making that rounded head tip. And like I mentioned in my last video, is the best way to go about doing nail art is to work on the design that has the most layers to it first, because you're going to need that layer to dry, and then while you're working on something else while that's drying, and then you come back to it to do the second layer, work on something else while that's drying, and then go back to it to do, you know, the detail, the third layer, whatever it is. And for this design, that's the case. These hearts are going to be green, but because we're working on a black background, I decided to do the hearts white first so that you could see the green on top, because the green is such a light color. So that's why I did that, the same as the white drips on the other black finger. And then yeah, then we just went in and added some random stuff to the thumbs. This thumb is going to be some black drips, and then the other thumb is just going to be a regular, like, tiny black spider. And then I went back to the scream face. So let's go to that. So yeah, now I'm just going in with the white for the screen face. And like I said, I love using my acrylic paint for white instead of regular polish for white, because the regular polish is just so see-through when it comes to white, and the paint is just much more pigmented. So yeah, I'm just going in and creating that face in the black, and then doing some extra lines just to create that detail with the white on the top of the head and at the bottom, which you'll see me do. And this brush is, my detail brush is from Alpha Brush, and I have acetone in my little cup. Just make sure to continuously wash your brush and continuously have fresh paint that you're painting with. She really want my attention, baby. I'm almost done, okay? Yes, so just make sure you just completely have fresh paint and a clean brush to work with, and that's how you're gonna get the best line work. So yeah, just going in with this very light green color and covering over that white for these hearts as well as that drip. And then like I mentioned, this is the third layer of this finger. So just going in with the last little bit of details, adding the black stars at the top, the black dots, as well as the face, you know, the eyes, the nose, the mouth. And I also at the end I did go in with a little bit more detail by I took a tiny bit of black paint on my palette, on my brush, dipped it in the acetone to make it like very, you don't want it runny, but just to make it like a very smoky look, and added it to little crevices of the face. So I'll talk about it when I get there. And this is where I'm adding those little details, just making sure that it's not a lot at all on my brush. You want the tiniest bit, and because you don't want to overload it and then just make it look a mess, but you just want to give that little smoky detail. I did around the eyes, around the cheeks, around the forehead, just to give a little bit of detail, and that was it. And then I went ahead with my top coat and top coated oh, actually we're not even there yet. Okay, I went in with this darker green polish and just did the outline of the hearts and the drips, which really added definition and all that to the whole design. Then I went in with my IBD top coat and top coated these, cured that for 60 seconds because this is where we're going to be doing that spider web with the powder. So that's what we're doing now. I took my Valentino matte top coat and just use that. You can use matte or glossy, doesn't matter, but you know, I barely use matte, so I might as well use that for this instead of using up my glossy. Took my detail brush and drawed it the best I can because you can't really see it. A spider web, and then I took a cuticle pusher and just scooped up some of the same color acrylic that I used and just applied it over the whatever, you know, this design, and then cured that. I didn't even wipe it yet because obviously if you wipe it right now you're going to wipe the polish off. So cured that for 60 seconds and then wiped it off. So there we go. Look how cute. Yes. And obviously that's the reason why I did the top coat before I did this. And this is the one where we're doing the heart. I went ahead, did the heart, and then did the spider webs around it. It did kind of mess up where some of it didn't get attached to it. Like, I guess, you know, just doing it for a long time, like the top coat is gonna spread and mess up, you know what I mean? So I did have to go in a second time just to fix some details in it. But yeah, that's the reason I top coated, so that it could give this matte look on top of that top coat. So yeah, just doing this design, and we did it on a couple other fingers. Cured it, you know, poured the acrylic over it, cured it, wiped it. Yeah, and then yeah, y'all gonna see. Then I'm just using my black polish and going in and creating these little spiders, which we're gonna add black gems to give them, you know, that texture, that 3D. But right now we're just drawing the legs that are gonna come out from the body. And I did that on the other hand as well. I'm just not gonna show that on everything, so So this is just me using my Zulays adhesive and applying my black gems, and I use like a little bit bigger one on the bottom and then a smaller one on the top just to give that spider body look, you know, and did that on all of them. And then y'all, my phone did die right after this, so I'm so upset, but at least I got this far. I'm so happy I got this far because all I did after this was top coat the bottom, like underneath the spider web right there. Just top coated the black polish I did for the spider, and then top coated everything else. I just used my regular IBD top coat, and look how bomb these came out, y'all. Like, these came out so freaking cute. I'm so obsessed. I'm so happy we went with this green color. Like, they look so pretty. Thank y'all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video.